Hello everyone, and welcome to my video. This video is kind of like a story time, just like elementary school. I'll be sharing my K-pop experiences in the real world with you guys. Now let's get started. To start it off, I'll briefly tell you how I got interested in K-pop. If you discovered K-pop in between 2017 to now, I'm pretty sure BTS got you into it. And if not, congratulations. You're part of the minority. In this case, I'm in the majority. A little me, back in 2017, was just casually going through YouTube, because I have no life. I came across a video along the lines of, proof that BTS fire goes along with every song. I was curious, so I clicked on it. I saw the dancing, and was like wow. I'm a dancer, so naturally, I was even more intrigued. Man, I was in for a ride that I'd never be able to get off of, thus bringing me to today. To kick off my experiences with K-pop in the real world, I'm going to start with the negatives, so we can get onto the positives. Like anything, when you get into something new, you are obsessive. It's not like I'm not obsessed now, it's just that I've learned how to maintain my passion. People probably thought I was annoying. I legit talked about BTS non-stop, because they were new to me. They were pretty much the first Asian celebrities to make an impact in my life. Me, being Chinese American, felt some sort of a connection. They were kind of like me. I had someone who was similar to me to look up to. I live in an area with barely any Asians, so it was a nice change. Like seriously. I'm the only Asian in my grade. I never really paid attention to Asians that much before. So, as expected, I was kind of obsessed with Asians whenever I saw them. In public, might I add. But let's not bring that up. That was a very embarrassing time in my life. Anyway, I felt pretty lonely, seeing that I was pretty much the only army in the radar of my area, as it seemed. I actually felt pretty sad, since I didn't have anyone to express my love for them with. I did talk to my mom about them. She even started to like them. But I felt greedy not being satisfied with just that. I tried so hard to get my friends into them, which didn't really happen the first year of standing them. But the second year of standing them, my now best friend started liking them. I did however lose a few close bonds over the process of BTS and K-pop, but I did gain a very strong one. Just like I said, I tried desperately to get my friends into K-pop. I did somewhat succeed with some, but they just seemed to like them like a fling. But one friend really stuck with the love. That all really started on New Year's Eve. My friend and I weren't invited to any parties, so she invited me to her house. We were friends, but not nearly as close as we are now. She has an Alexa, so I decided to play Shoot Me by Day 6. I was really into that song. That song is such a bop. Stan Day 6. I even still have a video of us trying to sing the lyrics to Shoot Me. My friend, who I'll just name Jin's wife, because she is, listened to my Spotify playlist with me, because I forced her to. Just kidding. I didn't force her to. She actually didn't mind listening to my lit playlist. Going back to New Year's Eve, she liked the music, but she wasn't 100% hooked yet. I don't even know what happened, but later, she somehow got addicted to BTS. Ever since then, we've branched out in the K-pop community. We started standing NCT, Stray Kids, Ateez, and more. I will always be thankful for her, not just as a fellow fan, but as a true friend. Skipping to the random moments, Kill This Love was playing on my English teacher's playlist in the class. I asked some of my peers if they liked it or not. One outspoken girl was like, "This is a terrible song." I couldn't disagree more. I tried to direct my teacher to BTS, since I like them way more. I rather talk about them, since they're my bias group. Because for some reason, I have a grudge against Blackpink, even if they didn't do anything to me. It's a totally legitimate reason. Did you sense the sarcasm? So don't come at me. I'm obviously not toxic. And I'm obviously not jealous. And this is why ARMYs have a bad reputation. For your information, my English teacher already knew I love BTS. I actually had the guts to ask her one day and I just about freaked out. She actually said she knew who they were. That's how she figured out that I liked them. After I brought up Kill This Love, she started talking about how she saw that Blackpink was at Coachella and that's all that my pea-brain can remember. Another moment that has been the highlight of one of my standing years, that's totally a term, is my geography teacher. We were doing slideshow presentations of Asia, which I obviously did East Asia. I incorporated BTS's Idol teaser on the South Korea slide, since it showed Korea's culture. I was debating whether I should or not, but I'm so glad I did. That pretty much introduced BTS to my geography teacher. I don't know how, but my friend brought up we should watch BTS on the last day of the term. I was so grateful that she brought it up instead of me. I didn't have the guts for that. We were doing work on I don't even know what, and she still hasn't brought up BTS. When I was losing hope, the lights turned off, and she announced that we were going to watch BTS. The class reacted to Idol. I even filmed it, and posted it on my channel. Don't judge me for how cringy I was. I can't even watch it, because of how much I cringed. After Idol, BTS doing the Fortnite dances video came up. My teacher was like, "We've got to watch this." And I was super happy. I tried explaining the main dances and such, but I don't think it really mattered. And later, when I didn't have geography, I saw that teacher in the hallway. She was like, "Mick Hope." She obviously didn't call me by that name, but you know, did you see that BTS released another video? Which to that, I responded, "Yes." I couldn't fall asleep last night. That video was Boy With Love. I was surprised that she even knew, or that she was thinking about me. I felt so touched. I don't exactly remember when, but during the same year, my mom emailed my band teacher. I'm not sure if this matters, but she works at the same school with him. She emailed him BTS's appearance on the Stephen Colbert show. Do you want to know why? Because they did the Beatles concept. My band teacher loves all of those old bands, so I thought he'd enjoy it. Sometime after seeing the video, he asked me one day, "So, who's this group that's like the Beatles?" I asked him what kind of music he liked, since you know, BTS's discography is so diverse. To that, he replied, "Any music that's good." I decided to show him my all-time favorite BTS song, "Save Me." I explained to him that they have amazing messages in their music such as loving yourself. Unfortunately, I don't remember his reaction. I personally infer that it wasn't his style and didn't want to say anything mean about it. I think that because he didn't really say anything and had an awkward smile on his face. But who knows? He cold loved it. It was the end of the period, so I kind of had to rush out of there. I guess I do remember him saying that we should have a BTS song for the song of the day. We never have though. At the end of my favorite standing year, we had an end of the year fun party. The only fun thing about it was the fact that I sang a BTS song in Korean in front of quite a few people, which was mixed grades. I was in the choir room where the karaoke took place. My English teacher, as well as my choir teacher, was in there. Someone else had sang a karaoke song before me, which at the end of that video came a BTS one in the end card. That song was Boy With Love. That was when the song was pretty new, so thank goodness that I was pretty acquainted with the bop. I tried as hard as I could to get Jin's wife to do it with me, but she was too stubborn too, so I ended up doing it as a solo. I didn't do that bad. I'm pretty proud of myself, other than the raps. I don't even need an explanation. It's BTS we are talking about. I just stood there awkwardly, explaining that that was the rap part. Both my English and choir teacher were impressed with the Korean. HMU for my choir solos in the future, lol. My friends even filmed it and supported me. They posted it on their Snapchat story. I screen recorded it to capture the memory forever. But I haven't watched it since because I just can't watch myself. Since I had the momentum of Boy With Love, I decided to suggest Fake Love, since I know most of the lyrics. I wanted to impress my peers with the cinematography of Fake Love, so I played the music video. It all went by in a blur. All I remember is recording Fake Love on the big screen. Since I'm in choir and band, I have been to quite a few honor choirs as well as bands. Usually, I'll find at least one army. And how do I know that, you may ask? It's because they wear the sweatshirts with their bias with their birth year and the BTS logo on the front. I somehow managed to gather up my courage and talk to them at most of the events. Some of the people were pretty interesting. Yeah, I'll just word it like that. I was kind of in the moment, so I carelessly gave away my social media accounts. I know, smart. Anyway, at one, I meant a nice group of girls. I even made a video with one of them. I'm not exactly proud of the editing, since it was one of my first videos. But nonetheless, go check it out after this video. They were super nice, and I had a great time bonding with them. Being an army definitely has its positives. What I've learned from these experiences is to always wear my Jope sweatshirt at big social events to make new friends. Since I love art, this thing is unavoidable. I've drawn BTS many times. But specifically, J-Hope. One particular portrait looked very accurate, so I entered it in a local art competition. This was for multiple grades as well as a few school districts. And guess what? I ended up winning 3rd place. A lot of people saw our precious sunshine. I named the piece Jungho Seok, J-Hope's real name, and of course, they butchered the pronunciation. What do you expect? But what made it worse is that I accidentally spelled it wrong on the Google Doc I had to enter. So it was pronounced as Young Jose. I should've just stuck with J-Hope. This happened pretty recently. It was Hanjun's birthday, so I wrote, "Happy birthday Hanjun," on the top of one of my history papers. I didn't think twice about it. I simply just did it for fun. But when I received my paper back, I discovered a response. She wrote, "Yay." I was surprised that she even read it, let alone responded. She was probably wondering who the heck Hanjun was. Another recent event that happened is related to Tomorrow by Together's yeonjin. My mom accidentally dropped a ceramic bowl, so I helped pick it up. They were pretty large pieces, so I didn't worry about cutting myself. But of course, I somehow did. But I immediately realized something. I'm matching with yeonjin. It's actually kind of sad, if you think about it. Don't purposely cut yourselves. This was a pure accident. If you don't like a little bit of blood, feel free to skip. This is a comparison of our hands. Anyway, Yeonjin's cut and runaway was symbolic. I watched a theory video, but I kind of forgot. So in short, I immediately thought of Yeonjin when I accidentally cut myself.
Sorry, bad.
This event hasn't occurred yet. Jin's wife and I are planning on trying out for the school talent show. And guess what song? Spring Day. I'm attempting to play the piano accompaniment along with our singing. We are doing the English cover by Isabel Kuvas because 1. People won't get it if it's in Korean, and 2. Because Jin's wife isn't 100% confident in Korean. We are however singing the bridge part in Korean. I'll update you later. Tryouts are soon, and I'm kind of stressed out.
Sorry, bad.
As you can probably tell, I'm not afraid to voice out my love for K-pop. Sharing my love for K-pop with people have had way more positives than negatives. I don't regret a thing. So don't be afraid to share your love with the world. You just have to gauge the right time and right situation. Ultimately, it's all up to you. But my opinion is that it won't hurt you to express your passion with your friends. If they're real friends, then they'll put up with you and stick by your side for years to come. My overall lesson is to not be afraid to voice out your love with people. You should not be ashamed to enjoy K-pop. You should not be criticized for liking it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed listening to my K-pop experiences.